Hey guys, it's Gerald and welcome back to another video. If you're new to this channel, we are all about helping you improve your badminton game safely. So today we're going to talk about consistency. You know how to get that sweet 20 out of 20 service to the baseline, your drop shots, your smashing. You want to get it down the line, you want it consistent. But before we begin, first I need to thank our sponsor. So this video is featuring A6 Coach Control FF badminton shoes. A6 rear foot gel technology cushioning system reduces the impact of the landing to protect your knee, and it also increases your endurance. A6 used the fly foam midsole technology from their running shoes and created a very slim head design that allows for effortless movement that amplifies the spring effect. They also have the truss stick system technology that improves stabilization by reinforcing the middle. As you can see, the middle is a lot stiffer as compared to their competitors, which increases stability and reduces fatigue. If you would like to find out more about A6 shoes, I'm going to leave the link down in the description box below, so do check them out. In the meantime, let's carry on! And now we're back in the court, so let's talk about consistency. Consistency is one of the big problems that really plague a lot of us during our games, because you want that shuttle to go in so that you can sustain a tough rally, especially during crucial points. You are so worried you hit the net, you hit it outside. It plagues you, it plagues me, it plagues a lot of players. There are a lot of things that affect our consistency. Like internally, there is, your muscle memory, how well trained you are in remembering the technique would affect your consistency, how good your technique is, because if you're in a bad position, your technique is going to be a little bit worse off. That makes it a little bit harder for you to aim nicely. Your mental state, how stressed you are in competition, you're going to be stressful, that keeps you tense, and that affects your technique, which also affects your accuracy. That's internal challenges to consistency. And then there's also external problems like the wind, your racket, old string, stretchy, is not good, it doesn't perform well. The shuttlecock, it's fast, it's slow, you change shuttle, the court is slippery. Many reasons contribute to why you don't hit the shuttle consistently, and that annoys the world out of us. Question is, how do you increase accuracy? Like, apart from just having consistent practice, just keep practicing, we know that, but are there some tips and hacks as to how you can improve your consistency? Well, today I'm going to talk about all of these. So first up, consistency. I think I really started to improve my consistency when I reached the Singapore Sports School. So by then, most of my game when I was young didn't really have a lot of rallies. Even after I went to national teams, a lot of my matches honestly didn't have a lot of consistency because I was an attacking player. So oftentimes I would play very aggressive shots and put a lot of pressure, and sometimes take shots that have high risk-reward ratio. So I kill them, or if not, I make a mistake good amount of time. So as a result, lots of mistakes. I had a lot of problems increasing or working on my consistency. So here are some of the things that I have practiced that really helped me improve my consistency towards the later part of my badminton career. And the first up is to have a point of reference. So what I realized, or what I've learned, right, is if you want to improve your consistency, first up is you need to practice, of course. What I found was that if you have a point of reference, it makes it much easier for you to aim and to get the kind of feeling. What do I mean by that? So, for example, if you want to do a cross lob, right, instead of a straight lob, you want to get that consistency of the cross lob to be consistent. So, if you have a coach or friend, what you can ask them to do is, instead of feeding the shuttle straight, ask them to feed from the cross angle. So when they feed you diagonally, what you have to do now is just to hit it back where it came from. So having the shuttle fly towards you from where you want to hit it, having that as a point of reference really helps you in getting the shuttle back to where it came from. It really helps you to aim, and I think this is most pronounced when you're trying to learn the cross net. When you do the cross net in the front, cross net is one of the things really hard, and every coach will try to teach you to throw the shuttle from the front and try to cross it from the front. It's so difficult. It's so much easier to have the coach throw it diagonally and then you hit it back to where it came from. It's so much easier having that point of reference. So likewise, when you practice a lot of different techniques, having some form of point of reference really helps a lot. And this ties in quite nicely with my second point, which is to visualize. So when you're trying to improve your consistency, right, it's not just sufficient to try to aim it as nice to the baseline as you can, control your strength. You also want to visualize where the court is, where the line is, where the net is. And this is most important, in my opinion, for the backhand corner, because you can't really see where the net is, right? So you need to visualize, hey, this net is roughly this high, and you need to visualize, you want to swing towards the net. So when you swing towards the net, what happens is that you visualize drawing a line towards the net. So that visualization, as well as a point of reference, really helps you to get the feeling or build that muscle memory of getting the shuttle consistently over the net. So I think that really helped me out when I was learning my backhand, because I think for a huge part, like the first 6-7 years, I really didn't learn much backhand baseline technique at all, because everything that I did overhead, even the shuttle was this low, overhead. So that was what I was taught. Because backhand is slow, it's disadvantageous, so everything tried to do overhead. Only when I became a lot better that I started to do backhand. But even then, my backhand was relatively weak and inconsistent. So here are some of two of the tips that really helped me in improving my consistency. So now, on to my final tip, tip number 3. So tip number 3 to improve your consistency is to set a target. Why setting a target? Okay, hear me out. So when I first joined the national team, right, when I was 16, my consistency was really quite bad. I had a lot of difficulty hitting very sharp drop shots consistently, for 20 times in a row. So I would often make simple mistakes. Doing very sharp drop shot, and that is at a Singapore national level. So just to give you some perspective, I tend to, again, really like to hit my shots really sharp. So that's why that really affected my consistency. So I remember my coach telling me, Gerald, you must hit 20 shuttles, over, if not you don't go home today, and you cannot let them be high. So he didn't want me to kind of reduce my standard, make them high, so that they become more consistent. Because if I did that, I could easily hit 100, 200 kind of drop shot without making a lot of mistakes. So he wanted me to make them really sharp, but at the same time really consistent. So having that target, that high bar, right, really pushed myself to focus and really visualize, I want my drop shot in, I need to remember the feeling, I need to get it in, I need to get it in. And once I had that target, right, that anchor that was set, okay, I need to aim for 20, it made it a lot easier for me to focus. Okay, my previous record was 10, I need to try doing 12. If I can do 12, I can do, 12 again. And when I can do 12 consistently, naturally the 13th time, the 14th, the 17th, the 18th, the 20th shot became very achievable and doable, because I was focused. So that having that goal and that target and having the pressure to kind of force both the quality and the consistency really helped me improve the quality and the consistency of my shots, such that I got the high quality drop shots that I always wanted to. So I hope that by kind of covering these 3 different tips, it would help some of you guys to kind of apply and improve your consistency when you're playing with your friends. So let me know what you think, which one is your favorite tip, or what other tips you have, because I would love to hear what are some of your stories, what helped you out in improving your consistency, down in the comment section below. And check out my other video on, what should I ask them to check out? Here's the thing, even if you keep practicing a lot, but you consistently practice the wrong or ineffective technique, it's not going to help you improve your consistency. So I've made several videos talking about different badminton techniques that you can check out over here, so do check them out. Or you can check out what YouTube recommends you over here, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone!